everyone, so today I wanted to talk about what to do if your doctor says you should go up in your dose. So if you're already taking medication and the doctor says, why don't we try a higher dose? And this is just my opinion on it. I'm not a doctor, as you guys know, but I have gotten over OCD as well as helped other people get over OCD. So I know a thing or two about it. Um, Basically, I find that unfortunately, more often than not, the doctors don't know about the regrouping of the brain when it comes to OCD recovery. They focus only on medication. And first of all, if your doctor is only focusing on medication when it comes to getting over OCD, you need to find a new doctor because they don't know much. So the only thing, what's knowing how to take medication for a certain, problem? Open any medical book, boom, this is the dose, this is the thing, this is what you need. This is not rocket science. So if your doctor is that kind of a doctor, you need to find a new doctor. Especially if this is not covered by some sort of a program and you're paying money out of pocket, you need to pay for somebody who can actually help you recover. And if they're not, don't be afraid to say, you're not helping me, I'm moving on. Because honestly, I see it every single day. Most people, I would say 90% of the people that come to me and that I help recover, somebody who hasn't been trained, is people who have gone through numerous doctors who haven't helped them, and I can help them. This is a backwards world where a doctor cannot help somebody, but a person who is not a doctor can. So if you need to recover from OCD, you don't have to come to me, but I'm saying that if you need to recover from OCD, find a doctor that can help you recover. If your doctor right now is not doing that, find a different doctor. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, say no, and go to the doctor that knows what they're doing. Now, specifically about the medication and going up in the dose. This depends on your situation. First of all, you need to examine, is the medication actually helping you? If you feel like it is, examine what dose you are on currently. If you are on a fairly high dose right now, and the doctor suggests to go up even further, but your symptoms are only mildly alleviated, meaning that you're still having quite severe OCD, that means you need to focus on the recovery work. If you feel that there's no way, and you have to be honest with yourself, because this is the part of the recovery, like this is your recovery, and if you don't evaluate yourself correctly on this, nobody else can do this for you. Not the best doctor can. This specific part, nobody can do for you. You have to do it yourself. That you have to evaluate where you are in your progress. If you feel that you cannot stop seeking reassurance, you cannot do exposure therapy the way you are feeling right now, like it's too much for you, then I would consider going on a slightly higher level of medication. But the other reason is if honestly you're feeling like you're suicidal, or you feel like you have nothing else, basically like you have nothing else to live for, like just these kinds of feelings, then I would consider medication as well, like going on a higher dose, or starting, or because you need a little. If you feel basically like you cannot go without having extra help, then get that help, because in a way you got to think that what you're doing with your recovery of the mind and doing the exposures and not being afraid and not following OCD, this is the long-term solution to your OCD problem. All this other stuff, medication, all of this is very temporary. But for some people, only rely on medication, and to them it becomes a permanent situation of, it's a band-aid, but they keep putting that band-aid on without actually healing the wound. If you start with healing the wound, the band-aid will fall off by itself. So really going up in a dose is not as big of a deal if you are dealing with the actual problem and you have proper tools, either just doing it by yourself. I have plenty of books for you to just do recovery by yourself. If you're not strong enough, find a therapist who can help you. I'm not saying me, I'm just saying my point here is that don't settle. Find somebody better. If that person is not working for you, find somebody who is working for you. Because honestly, this is your life. Every moment that you spend suffering, you're not really living fully. And I know because Honestly, like I've gone through it myself, and I know what kind of hell it can be. Sorry for my language, don't mean to offend anybody, but I know how horrible it can be. So I would say sometimes going up in a dose is a good idea, but more often than not, I see doctors just prescribing like, oh, you're not feeling good? Okay, higher dose. Oh, you're not feeling good? Higher dose. Oh, okay, well, we ran out of high doses for SSRIs. There is no more higher you can go. Why don't you try antipsychotics? That's usually the way all the doctors kind of operate, or I shouldn't say all, but most doctors operate. So if you feel like this is where everything is heading, then start kind of looking for a new doctor who knows better. So that was my just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I know a thing or two, let's say, about OCD recovery. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like more information, you can visit youhaveocd.com. If you'd like to email me privately, you can do so at info@youhaveocd.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.